morning. It is 8:49 a.m. here on the West Coast in Astoria, Oregon on the 7th of April 2013, which means it is 2 days shy, 363, of my 1 year anniversary of tea. There are some things that I'm very satisfied with, and there is a lot that I'm not satisfied with. I'm very satisfied with the way that my voice has dropped, the way that my shape is starting to come out. They really slowly increased my tea, obviously for health reasons, but the effects have not been what I wanted. I get a little bit of facial hair still, little mustache. I actually have it shaved right now. Body hair, I've got hair across my stomach. I've got, hair on my thighs. Still nothing on my arms. They're still pretty bald. But so that I'm a little disappointed in. I really hoped for more facial hair at this point, but I started off on an extremely low dose, and I'm now taking 1 cc every 10 days. Started that a couple of days ago, so we're hoping that that's going to cure. We're hoping that's going to cure my night sweats, because that has been a major problem since my hysterectomy in November. I wake up literally in pools of sweat, so it's something I was hoping to avoid, but it didn't look like it. So today, I am going to do some more footage so that you guys can see what's going on here in Astoria. There's really not a lot. I am not out to anyone at work really, except Rich, and he's pretty cool with it. The other two, if they don't know, and if they do know, they're not saying anything. But things are going well. I'm for the first time in my life, I'm actually living on my own with no one here. I mean, I've always had my kids, or my partner and my kids, and then myself and my daughter, and so this is a little different for me, living on my own, with no cable and really not a lot to do. Oh, almost fell and hit my head. There, not a lot to do here in the apartment anyway, because I don't have internet and I don't have cable. I get pretty bored, and I watch a lot of cartoons on TVD. But so I'm going to do a little bit more video footage, and hopefully I'll be able to edit this at work on their computer, because I can't figure out my laptop. And overall, I think I'm doing well. Mental challenges, dealing with a lot of, I'm really not even dealing with a whole lot. I mean, trying to figure out who I am and what I want from life, and taking into consideration those people that I care about very, very much, is really hard. Jeannie is a great support. Sometimes not as much as I think that I need, but she's always there, and if I don't really feel comfortable talking to her about my transition, because it's something that she was totally against, and I knew that from day one. But she's come around. She's a lot more supportive than I thought she would be at this point. And I've got Erica, who has always been a big supporter, and Anytime I needed a shoulder to cry on or yell at or scream to, she's been there along with Jade. Um, each person in my life plays a role, and they're all very, very supportive, and I have a really good support team and a really good strong team. I mean, my family, I could have been one of those where their family just totally dropped them off at the doorstep and never talked to them again. And fortunately, I'm not like that. That hasn't happened to me. My dad and my stepmom love me very, very much, and my mother and my brother both support me. Um, have always, given 100% to this. So it took a little bit for my brother to come around, um, but he's come around. It's pretty cool. So I'm very fortunate that most of my family supports me, and those that don't, well, they didn't matter anyway. My aunt, my two cousins, they both support me and love me for who I am. There are a few from my past that insist on bringing that part of me up that's no longer there, and it's really starting to get on my nerves. Um, it's different when my mother talks about her little girl when I was growing up. That to me, that's you can't change that, and that's fine. I don't want to. But those who are not even personally related to me, oh well, I remember that Patty Lynn used to, or I remember this and I remember that, and they constantly bring it up, constantly, and it's really bothering me, and to the point where I may just drop them as friends on Facebook as much as I care about them. It's the past. Leave it there. I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago. None of us are. So, anyway, so that's where we're at today. I'm going to edit this and get this online as quickly as I can. I've got another one to put up, too, that I filmed a couple of days after getting here that I'm going to put up. But pretty much, I mean, it is what it is. I'm doing, health-wise, I'm doing better. I've gained weight, which I said in the last one. And I'm working on getting that down, not eating as much and eating smaller meals and more throughout the day and watching what I eat. I'm going to start working out. The weather has been really crappy. I don't like to walk in the rain, especially since I've been fighting this sinus infection. But I will be working out and starting to do better with my health. For a while I let it slip and was eating everything under the sun. So anyway, it's time for me to buckle down and start working out. So anyway, I'm going to shower and get dressed, and we're going to go down to the shop and maybe take a little tour before we get to the shop. Hi guys, as you can see, I am in my shop here. It's pretty dark. I don't have the lights on, but I wanted to show you just a little bit. I know that I told you that I was going to get some more footage, and unfortunately I've not been able to do that because every time I go outside to do it, the rain picks up so much and the wind picks up, and it's just miserable out there. So you can see out there the boats docked at they're in the marina area, and the big freighter ship behind it, and then that way is dock, but it is really miserable outside and a lot of wind and rain. So I'm hoping to have a little bit more footage for you during my next one. It has been a little bit different not being able to edit these videos, so I'm going to work on editing, trying to find a program online that I can download because the program I had is on my old laptop. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for continuing to subscribe and to give me your support, and I appreciate it. Remember, like, thumbs up, thumbs down, share, comment, anything is appreciated. And I will have a new one up. My year montage hopefully will be up on Tuesday. So thanks again, guys. Have a good one.